These are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with Mountain Goat. The IMF and the World Bank recently met with an Iraqi delegation held in Washington, D.C. The meeting witnessed deliberation in the economic and financial goals that the Iraqi government is working to achieve, one of which was the future monetary policy of Iraq and the currency reform. Then articles come out this week, quote, "The Iraqi dinar continues to make gains at the expense of the U.S. dollar exchange rate." Then on Monday, Prime Minister al-Sudani indicated that the value of Iraqi dinar will rise against the U.S. dollar during the next few weeks. Folks, we are headed for the long-awaited reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar to Forex, not as a placeholder, but open for business, full trading. How could the news possibly get any better? All right, Mark Z via PDK member comment, "I hear the dong rate will be through the roof." Mark Z says, "I am hearing that as well." Frank26, Firefly bank friend, said with the help of the U.S. Treasury, they are now working on stabilizing the program rate. It's being done with an international float. When this is completed, all these meetings with the World Bank and IMF is because they will be the ones helping us go international. The process is moving at full force. Frank says, and quickly. All right, from Claire, question, since the budget has been read twice, does it have to be voted on before a third reading? Claire said, no, in my opinion. All right, Goldilocks says Iraq is expanding their ISX market to include oil, gold, and foreign companies. This will expand the reach of the Iraqi dinar and create more demand for their currency. It is a move that will increase the value of their national currency, of which they are currently exclusively utilizing at this time. They will need to move from a programmed rate to a competitive rate to succeed on a market expansion such as this we are witnessing. We are getting even closer, my friends. All right, Militiaman says, where we are is an amazing time frame because the budget is key in importance. With al-Sudani, it's not his job to be telling people that his currency is going to change in the next few weeks, but he does. All right, Pimpy says there is no in-country, out-of-country special rate. I don't care what people tell you. All you have to do is apply common sense. If that was the case, you would have people smuggling money all day long. If somebody is selling 1750 dinars for every dollar, I would take as much money as possible, buy those dinars, turn around, go back into Iraq's bank, and exchange my dinars for American currency at the fixed rate, 1,300 dinars for every dollar. I'd be pocketing another 450 dinars in revenue. So there is no in-country rate. There is no special rate for officials. There is none of that. It doesn't make sense. Frank26 article, quote, a government advisor confirmed on Tuesday that the parallel market for selling the dollar will witness a new decline during the next 10 days, will come closer to the official price after the agreement with the American side, unquote. Frank says, here is the next rate decrease we told you about before they start the float. There are no more secrets to the monetary reform. All right, Mark Z says, I am excited about everything that's going on. The third reading of the 3-year budget, I'm hearing may be late tonight or early tomorrow. They want it done by Ad al-Fighter by Thursday the 20th, which is today. Okay, and Sandy Ingram says, how to protect your exotic currency profits. Step 1, treat taxes like an expense. In the United States, you can buy exotic currencies all day, every day, and never be taxed until you exchange your currency for US dollars or any currency and earn a profit. You may say, I travel all the time and exchange currency without paying taxes. While this is true, I dare you to bring back $10,000 of that country's currency and exchange it in the United States. If you're trying to exchange 100,000 Iraqi dinar in the future for 25 cents or even 1 dinar to 1 US dollar, there will be a lot of questions asked. This information would be forwarded to the IRS, and 2 or 3 years later, if this transaction did not show up on your tax return, you would receive a letter from the Department of Treasury. This letter could be the beginning of your path to prison if you do or did not comply. Step 2. The wealthy have stock and they borrow against their stock for living expenses. Most times, we have to do things a little differently. Sandy goes on to say a way to stay wealthy is finding a way to provide a monthly cash flow so we do not spend our initial profits. Hiring a financial advisor is recommended. Step 3 is not for everyone. Many expats live extremely well on $2,000 a month outside of the United States. If you do anything else except pay for medical insurance, you are on your way to being broke. This is not a mistake you can afford to make. Note to consult your tax and financial experts at the appropriate time to build your plans for your unique circumstances. All right, Frank 26, Firefly, the CBI governor is talking more of this program rate and the alert that they put on us. They're telling us this is all part of the restructure of Iraq's banking. Frank says it's important for you to understand they are not trying to stabilize the program rate. They are trying to stabilize the discrepancy between the Iraqi dinar and the American dollar to close the gap. That is the internal float. This gap is too big right now. They have to narrow it to reach 1-to-1 in order to float internationally. They are moving like a bunch of ants quickly to accomplish their goal. All right, and Claire, Trade Bank of Iraq tweet, it was decided that the approved cash currency in all ATMs affiliated to the Iraqi Trade Bank shall be in the dinar currency only, and the dollar currency shall be canceled from all those devices, as well as the national currency shall be adopted in all electronic financial services in implementation of the decision of Council of Ministries and the directives of the Central Bank of Iraq. All right, Mark Z via PDK says we are hearing a lot of chatter over the next few days, especially for over the weekend. So I feel good. I feel like we are there. The news is overwhelmingly good. And lastly, we have Bruce via Wiser Now. Question, are we waiting for anything else? Bruce says that we don't know. We don't know of anything else, and that tells us when it's this quiet, like people that we're supposed to have heard from did not communicate with us by text or call, neither one. That tells me we're in this quiet before the storm. We're in the quiet before the release of everything. The Treasury gave a green light for us to go forward, so unless something happened and those were rescinded, we should still be ready to go, and we heard this could occur at any minute.